Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 Road to Glory series for 2019 for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in Season 2. This is it! This is the finale of Season 2 of the F1 Road to Glory. I can't believe we're here! I can't believe we've survived it and I haven't ended it all yet! That in itself is an achievement, and we're here at the end of 2019, the end of the decade no less, and this is the video I'm uploading. Good to see one of the only things Williams can do correctly is time this right to try and annoy me and ruin my mood, and not only the end of the decade of the year, but also my birthday on New Year's Eve. So, thanks for that, William. So, if this doesn't end up being a decent episode, I might have to, with Season 3, we're going to have some words. The last time out, I was a little bit under the weather, more so than I am right now, and actually, surprisingly, on track, it was also under weather of sorts. All the air upgrades we've done for this weekend, and I'm starting to wonder, I talked about, to take 20 episodes for the team to get some air upgrades done. Are we sure that they still didn't know how aerodynamic upgrades worked, and maybe they brought the upgrades to the car, and what they've done is they've actually done the opposite. They've done the flip. They've actually brought upgrades that are producing lift. So Brazil was very much kind of, we did the best we could with the situation there, got the max points. I think the situation, the car wasn't always going to perform well around Brazil. Sector 2 was going to be difficult. Even the last sector and the first sector, I think our engine was a little bit warm potentially, so we didn't perform as well on the straights as much as I would have liked to maybe. Abu Dhabi here, hoping for better. It's a bit of an odd circuit because obviously Sector 2 and Sector 3, very difficult to overtake, but Sector 1, you got that long back straight, big straight, an opportunity for us to overtake cars, and we come to the end of the season here, the end of Season 2, and look at this. On paper, we are better than the likes of Mercedes and Renault. We are the 5th best team on the grid, slap bang in the middle. If you told me we were going to be better than Mercedes AMG at the start of this season, well, I think you know what would have happened.
What do you think of that?
Right, so with that false sense of hope then carrying us through into qualifying, here we go then, the one shot, the final qualifying of this season there, into turn 1, losing some ground to Sebastian Vettel there, down to P12, then gaining some time, surprisingly, in the right-hander, which I thought we'd lose time, because usually that's flat out in the top cars. I thought the Williams car would be way out of balance. Down the main straight, again like Brazil, a little bit worryingly, not gaining too much time in a straight line there. The engine is a little bit worn, but I'm reluctant to take an engine penalty because it's the last race of the season. But it's not too worn, so I think we should be fine for the race, maybe some higher engine mode for the top teams. But we come through the last few corners in Sector 3, looking actually okay, and we climb up to P9. Considering we're in P14 to 12 earlier in the lap, I will very much take that for the final qualifying session of the season.
Excellent lap. We're really pleased.
And you know what? Did you hear that? Jeff is absolutely ecstatic with that as well. You know what? This is a good feel episode. It is starting off well. I think I qualified well. Jeff agrees with me. These are the good vibes we need for the final video of the year here. Robert Kubica, look at him. P12, doing a marvellous job there. I think that's one of the closest performances he's had to me. I think the nearest he's got to me like that is probably the Italian Grand Prix. Obviously, that was just a straight line fest of an oval back then. So he's done very well indeed. So it could well be a double points paying position for Williams come the race. Hopefully for us, our race pace a little bit better, and we can try and aim for, I would say, hopefully top 6 maybe. That might be pushing it though, considering where we were at Brazil, but like I said, Abu Dhabi is a difficult kettle of fish basically, but let's remain positive. And so with that, we go towards the grid then for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and it's time to reflect on what a season we've had with Williams, this second season of the Road to Glory. In Season 1, the road very much felt like a motorway at times, maybe even a transatlantic flight pathway, really. Season 2, though, we've grounded it. It's actually felt like a small road, because we're in the middle of the pack now in terms of on-paper pace. We've won 4 times this season here. I think that was truly unthinkable at the start of this season. The amount of failures we had at the beginning of this season, some fake upgrades we had to bring in there on the chassis front, the ridiculous strategy we pulled this entire season, just pouring everything into the engine. It's paid off, and it's been one hell of a season. And so now it is time to go to the grid for one last time in this Season 2 and have one last hurrah.
This is the final race of the season. Go out there and enjoy it.
And would you look at that? Once again, Jeff agrees with me. Things are clicking here, people. Things are clicking. Let's keep the positive vibes up. So strategy-wise then, of course, it's going to be a one-stop tyre wear. Maybe a bit of an issue here. The undercut versus traffic's going to be a major talking point in terms of where we are. Hopefully, I can pit at some point where I'm not held up by too many cars, because I know the traffic's going to be horrendous. And for us, the traffic in Sector 2 and 3 is not going to be our strongest suit. Yes, we can overtake in Sector 1, but if we get caught behind a car at the start of Sector 2, we're pretty much stuffed for the entire rest of the lap here. So, going to have to watch out for that and kind of see how it goes. But 14 laps ahead of us, under the floodlights of Yas Marina. Let's get into this. As we now go to 5 red lights for the final time in Season 2 of the F1 Road to Glory for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here at Yas Marina. 5 lights are out and we're underway. It's initially a great getaway for us. Alexander Albon very slow in the Mercedes car there. Norris is going to try and dive bomb him. We're going to go down the inside and make it 3 wide. Little bit of argy-bargy going there. And Albon is actually out of the Grand Prix straight away there. And that could have easily been us involved as well. Lando Norris was the one that took him out there. Fair play. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's one less car to race. We always take charity, you know that this season. So Kubica's alt up into P9. So it's already a great start for Williams there. P8, P9. I'd happily take that at the start of the season, you know. So here we go then. Virtual safety car's ending. I tried to be quite cheeky with Lando Norris. I can't lie here. I tried to kind of get down the inside whilst the virtual safety car was ending. Didn't really work out for me though. So I'm going to have to wait and kind of get him in somewhere else. But I'm kind of eager to get him as soon as I can to us. So as we wind through the double right-hander, we're gaining time as we go through the apex. We're going to send one down the inside. Big lock up on the front right there. Little bit of contact made on the front right for him. I think he's lost a bit of his front wing there. He still fights as he pushes us wide. So obviously no loss between us and McLaren there. But we get the move done around the outside up into P7. And Kubica is going to get him as well up into P8. So it's, what can I say? Great teamwork so far. Myself and Robert making our way through the pack. And so here we go again. Catching up to Carlos Sainz now, lap number 3. If you remember at one point this season, I was very worried about challenging McLaren in the Constructors' title for P4 here. Now I was picking them off like they're basically backmarker cars. So here we go then. DRS open. Sainz got his DRS, but look at the speed difference we've got there. Down the inside we go. Carlos Sainz, he's no match for us. And we're up into P6. Have to do a little bit of defensive work there to pinch him out, but we get the job done. But look ahead of us. Sergio Perez has just mugged off Lewis Hamilton. And Hamilton, the championship leader, I'm pretty sure he's already been kind of confirmed the driver's champion for this season, is down to P5 ahead of us here. And much like last season, if you remember Season 1, guys, much like that season again, I could technically beat the new crowned Drivers' World Champion in the final race. Now, much like in Season 1, do you not agree with me that the logic is if you beat the champion that's already been crowned in the last season, you technically could be crowned yourself as the because he's the champion and you've beaten him. So therefore, you're you've beaten the champion. And what happens when you beat the champion? You become the champion. That's right, I thought so. And so following that bulletproof, flawless logic there that you've just heard, we continue as potentially the second year in a row, the moral champion of Formula 1, if we can overtake Hamilton, that is. So here he goes though, Hamilton trying to re-overtake Sergio Perez. We could maybe try and make a double overtake work here and really do some wonders here in this Williams car as we go and get a great exit there. DRS open, Perez will re-overtake Hamilton, I believe, on the left-hand side. We go for the slipstream on Hamilton. Here we go, around the outside, we've overtaken Hamilton. We tried to go for the move on Sergio Perez there, kind of misjudge how much downforce and braking power the Williams has. We just about managed to survive the corner and keep it up in P5, but there you go. We've overtaken the champion, and so we're at the back-to-back double moral champion. Thank you very much. Hold your applause. Yeah, you can save it. I'm not too fast. Not too fast. So here we go then, lap number 5, and we've got more overtaking to do. This car is actually pretty damn decent. The race pace is actually good. And to that effect, we come charging towards Sergio Perez on the right-hand side. He's going to have the inside line for the chicane. He's going to outbrake us, unfortunately, but we're going to hold it through mid-apex, second part of the chicane, get it down at the inside there. He makes a mistake of giving us the room to squeeze him out there, and we're up into P4, and you can see the acceleration there, absolutely biblical, and we're up and away, basically. He's not going to catch us anymore, and we've got yellow flags up ahead as there's a crash right ahead of us for one of the leaders, Sebastian Vettel. He was just there ahead of us in the podium positions, and he's now out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, 17 runners, and we're now magically in a podium position in the last race of this season. You know what, red flag the race right now. I will take this position. I am very happy ending the season with a podium. Thank you very much. See you in 2020. This is why Sebastian Vettel then was out of the GP. Leclerc leads the way. Vettel tries to go for the move around the outside. Leclerc actually locks up, and it's his mistake that actually DNFs Vettel out of the GP there. So a bit of a shame for the German. He's out, but obviously I'm not complaining. That's elevated us into a beautiful podium here in the final race. So we're now in for our pit stop at lap number 6. Kubica has actually overtaken Hamilton this stage here. So it's not just me getting luck, actually. Our car, for some reason, compared to Brazil, it's a different animal. I don't know what's happened here. Is it the night? I don't know, but it's just a different breed right now. So we're strapping on a set of medium tyres there. Verstappen ahead of us is in a net lead here, and Kubica has continued on with Leclerc. So let's see how the undercut and the traffic's going to work out for us. We come under the obviously very unique pit exit here. We've got the two Alfa Romeos of Stroll and Giovinazzi here. We're going to try and clear them as quickly as we can, to be honest. On the second back straight, DRS open there. Giovinazzi's got DRS as well, but obviously the speed of our car is just too much for him to handle, and so we're going to try and also go for the dive on Stroll if we can. It's a bit far back here, but he's going to be so slow mid-apex that we can actually hang this through and get it done in the second part of the kind of yo-yo chicane there into Sector 3, and we're up into P8 then, and so the only car ahead of us then is Verstappen, the net race leader, so we've got no kind of no one ahead of us to kind of give us dirty air, so we just have to try and be as quick as we can. As long as I can actually somewhat keep up with Verstappen, I should be kind of good. You can see there my teammate now, Kubica's into the pit lane, so let's see where he comes out, and Leclerc is also in, as well as Hamilton, I believe. I think he stayed out for one more lap as well, so let's see where we fall out there. So we come through now the last corner. You can see a mound of understeer there. The car, I don't know how we've actually got this much pace, because every corner I'm watching, there's just so much understeer, but I guess we're just gaining so much time every single straight. We come through the first turn, then up into P2, no less. Robert Kubica now is P3 briefly. Where is he going to be when he actually comes out here? But we've somehow jumped Leclerc, so Leclerc's had a nightmare in the pit lane, so we're up into P2 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Kubica was in P3 briefly. Giovinazzi's now in P3, so does that mean Kubica will inherit P3? Potentially. There's yellow flags, though, and the full safety. Oh, my. Really? Really? Oh, of course. You know what? It had to be done. It's the final episode of the season. Of course, Kubica had to DNF after he's in a brilliant position. He probably would have been P3 there, because look at this replay camera. He made his pit stop, and he's jumped Leclerc. Leclerc's had some sort of nightmare in the pit lane. Look, that's the Ferrari behind him. So Kubica was literally going to be P3. It would have been a Williams 2-3, and I'm pretty confident he would have been able to stay ahead of Leclerc in a straight line, but instead, he's DNF'd. I swear to God, if he's crashed out with someone, no, he's just slowed down. He's just parked up. Okay, yeah, so what we're witnessing right there is, Robert Kubica's, he's got a bit of a nosebleed. He's never been this high up in F1. It's been a long time, and he just can't hack it, and he's pulled over. He can't deal with it anymore, so... Yeah, cool. Well, like I said, it wouldn't be the road to glory without a teammate of ours DNFing and doing nothing to help us out in the championship or get a good result for the team, for good PR. So, yeah, I guess we check that box for the episode, I guess then. But then here we are then. But here we are then on the safety car restart, lap number 10, 4 laps to go in P2. Verstappen, the race lead, just ahead of us, and oh my God, no, hang on. Do you know what? I've just had an epiphany. God, I'm not mad at Kubica anymore. He's just done us a you know what? He's pulled off another USA tactical masterclass. Just like he did at USA, where he caused a safety car to come out and saved our race. He's saved, well, not saved our race, he's bettered it exponentially here, because now we have a clear-cut chance to overtake Verstappen here for the race win. We could win the last race of the season here, and it's all because of Robert Kubica's DNF. I take back all I've said. Robert, I absolutely love you. Here we go then, the back straight on lap number 11. The green flag's gone. Verstappen did pull away from us, but on the back straight, look how much we're gaining. That Red Bull may be great in the corners, but in a straight line, my God, it may as well be a Fiat 500, and we're in a Lamborghini of sorts, and he actually gets pressurized into a mistake of sorts. That's Max Verstappen bottling it and locking up on the front left at the sheer sight and fear of this toothpaste IKEA desk in his mirrors. We're haunting him. We're living in his head rent-free, and here we go for the move. Verstappen's going to outbrake us, though, into left-hander, but we're going to pull this through, keep the nose in. He goes a little bit too deep. It allows us the room across the curb to squeeze him out, and ironically, we get the move done for P1 in a corner there, one of our weakest areas of the car, and we're now leading the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We're now lap number 12 then, 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix, or 2.5 if you include this one we're on right now, and Hamilton is now battling Verstappen there. You can see on the top left there, side by side, and Leclerc might just get involved as well. So those three battling is great news for me. I look behind, look there, they're literally 3 wide, the Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes. Amazing to see. Yellow flags though, and oh my god, oh, look at Verstappen fly through. Verstappen, he's out the Grand Prix. There's been a calamity between Hamilton, Leclerc and Verstappen. The Dutchman's out of the GP. Hamilton's P2, Leclerc P3. There was a definite suspension on that went flying across my car face there, but it doesn't matter for us, because what matters is here on the last lap of the Grand Prix, we're going to come through for yet another win in Season 2 of the F1 Road to Glory in the Williams F1 car. And we're going to round out the year, nay, the decade, with a race win in a video here today. We win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
It's our 5th win overall this season, and remember from earlier, we're also technically the 2-time moral F1 Drivers' Champion. Okay, I maintain we've beaten Hamilton twice now after he's already been crowned, okay? It counts, but 5 wins, absolutely bonkers. Who would have thought a car this ugly would even be allowed on the podium, anywhere near the podium, let alone on top of it, 5 times with champagne to spray atop. Absolutely unbelievable. What a way to end the season.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You performed better than last weekend. What changed?
Claire, I would love to tell you, but I literally have no clue. I'm going to be completely honest in this interview. The last one of the series, I have no clue. I'm lying to you. I'm gonna say aero, but I have no clue.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
We did cut our way through the field. You know, the car had pace in a straight line, but the real hero, the unsung hero, once again, Robert Kubica took one for the team and placed me in a position to get the win.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Yeah, the team's absolutely elated, and you can kind of tell because half the garage staff are already about 3 bottles of vodka in to the celebrations for the end of this season. 5 wins. I think we've blown away expectations, but obviously Claire Williams will say that was the expectation.
There are rumours that you're looking for a contract with another team. Is there any truth to that?
I have never heard so much dross in my life. I am Williams for life. Oh, that's a lie. I'm not Williams for life. I want to end myself every day, but I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry.
Appreciate your time.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
So there we go, happy days. What a way to end off the season. And now we look ahead to developments for the winter period ahead of Season 3. It's going to be a long winter, an important winter, and we're going to go for aerodynamics. We have to build into this tree that we've been kind of neglecting. It's the best time to do that ultimate upgrade because it will take 1 week rather than 4 weeks. We do 2 major aero updates on the front and the rear. That drag reduction will only improve the straight line speed. I don't know how on earth we have more drag reduction to find in the car. It's almost like the car is going to weigh minus weight, and we all know how that worked out in my experiment videos, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work out for Season 3, but look at this then. I mean, this field spread is already so close in the championship, and those 3 upgrades look so juicy. That's going to catapult us theoretically ahead of the likes of maybe, McLaren, maybe challenging Ferrari and whatnot, depending on where they upgrade to, but I mean, this record here, 5 wins, ever since the Italian Grand Prix, picked up the momentum there and just ran with it, really, and it's been a sensational ride. I can't lie, there's been moments where I have wanted to end it all. Definitely less than Season 1, though, I will admit. It's been a happier time, I think, in general. And like I said, the road really felt like a road, and I hope Season 3 can be an alleyway to glory, or maybe a little pathway to glory. And if not, then I really might end it all, because we've been on this road for a while. It's taken a while, and like I said, it's gonna be a long winter, but it'll be worth it, guys. Season 3 will be coming eventually in the future, but for this one then, guys, if you did enjoy this episode and did enjoy the entirety of Season 2 of this F1 Road to Glory, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, do subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you guys also have a great new year. Here's to 2020. See you guys in the new year.